Hey, what's going on, everyone? Dr. Beau here. Today I am answering a question that I no doubtedly get at least once, twice, three times a week, and I'm blessed to get it. And here's what the question is. It is, Beau, how long does it take to become a chiropractor? I get asked this question on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, so I thought I would just make a video and kind of dive a little bit deeper into it. You know, I have made a video previously, a couple years ago actually, talking about the journey to becoming a chiropractor, so you can reference and watch that. But I wanted to give you guys some updates because as things change, everything changes. So as of right now, the start of 2023, there are a couple of different paths to becoming a chiropractor. Now, I'm going to share what my path was, and then I'll kind of tell you the different options beyond that. Now, I kind of went the traditional route, meaning that I went to a 4-year college. I majored in Bachelor of Science in kinesiology. I took a whole bunch of pre-medical courses. Matter of fact, when I went to apply to chiropractic college, I actually was applying to medical school at the exact same time. And I was lucky enough to actually get into medical college, but I didn't get into chiropractic college because I didn't have enough prerequisites that were needed for chiropractic college, which I thought was actually kind of funny because everyone thinks that, you know, being a medical doctor is so much smarter than a chiropractor. And in reality, at least at the undergrad level, you have to take more classes to get into chiropractic college than you do to get into medical school. So I ended up taking classes on the weekends for biomechanics, advanced chemistry, advanced physiology, to get or allow myself to apply to chiropractic college. So I graduated San Jose State with a degree, a Bachelor of Science in kinesiology. I had a minor in sports psychology, actually. I fell in love with it as I was an athlete at San Jose State. Like I said, took a whole bunch of pre-medical courses, took a whole extra bunch of stuff. I went to school a lot, and to be honest, I was just kind of a nerd when it came to that. Once I got into chiropractic college, I went to Palmer West, so Palmer College of Chiropractic West, which is also located in San Jose, California. And that is a 4-year curriculum that is condensed down into about 3.5 years. They use a quarter system. So you go to school, I think it's for 10 weeks, and then you get 1 week off. You go to school for another 10 weeks, and you get 2 weeks off. So those are kind of like typically your summer and your winter break. And then you're right back into school after that. Now, the reason that they say that is because that last year, you are doing clinical rounds, which means that you are seeing patients in the various clinics that the school of your choice offers. So at Palmer College of Chiropractic West, we actually had like an inpatient clinic at the actual college, but we also did rounds at different places. So I went and worked and did some rounds like at a rest home, at a senior community. I did some outreach work at a halfway house for a men's colony that were transitioning out of jail and back into the workplace. I did rounds for different clinical settings for sports. So I worked at different places taking care of athletes, retired athletes, as well as taking care of the general population of people that came into clinic. I'm trying to remember exactly how many adjustments, but I think it was about 250, if not 300 chiropractic adjustments, 50 exams, 50 new patients, something like that. They have very strict guidelines that you have to pass in order to be able to take your national boards. Now, there's 4 national boards, and you have to pass all 4 of them, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, in order to graduate with a degree in chiropractic and to be licensed. Now, there are ways to graduate from chiropractic college and not be licensed, but in my opinion, why would you do that unless you're wanting to go into more of the research realm? But as a practicing doctor, like myself, you have to pass all 4 national boards, and then you can apply to the state that you want to practice in, and you have to take a state board as well. It's more of like a jurisprudence, ethics type of thing. And then if you pass that, then you are able to become a chiropractor in the state of your choice. Now, that was kind of my path as far as getting to becoming a quote unquote chiropractor. A couple of things have changed in the recent year. So the first one that I want to mention to you is this, is that you do not need to graduate per se with a degree in kinesiology or pre-medical studies to be admitted into chiropractic college. There's two different routes. Number one, you can go to a junior college and do all the prerequisites that are required to get into chiropractic college, which is your biochemistries, your physiologies, your anatomies, your organic chemistries, your biomechanics. I'm trying to remember what else they are. And I'm gonna say this as a disclosure, is that if you are considering going to chiropractic college right now, you must, at least in my opinion, I don't know why you wouldn't, you need to call a couple of the different chiropractic colleges and meet with their admissions team and get the prerequisites that are needed to get into college. Now, when I did it, like I said, I was gonna go into the be a medical doctor first. So I kind of did it backwards, meaning like I had all of my stuff to get into medical school, and then I went to chiropractic college and was like, here's what I've done. Am I good enough? And they're like, no, you're missing X, Y, and Z. Now, if I knew that I wanted to become a chiropractor probably a year or so earlier, I probably would have eliminated probably 4 to 6 classes that I thought would be needed, because it was needed for medical school, not for chiropractic, if that makes sense. So if you're gonna want to matriculate into a chiropractic college, you should call those schools, have a meeting with them, ask what their matriculation process, that's what's called matriculation, meaning ability to get into their college or ability to apply to get into their college, looks like. What are the courses, etc. So number one, you don't have to quote unquote graduate with a degree in kinesiology or pre-medical studies to be allowed into chiropractic college, but you do have to meet all of their prereqs. Now, a couple of years ago, this is situation number 2, some chiropractic colleges have said that they will admit students that did not graduate with a pre-medical or kinesiology degree, but graduated with some sort of correlating undergraduate degree. Meaning this, like, hey, look, I went to school to become X, Y, and Z. I graduated, now I want to go to chiropractic college. Can that transfer and can that get admitted into chiropractic college without having to take a bunch of the other prereqs? Again, it's kind of done on a case-by-case basis. So I would definitely tell you to call the school of your choice and at least figure out what's going on and seeing what their ideas are. Now, one little tidbit about this too. There are a bunch of different chiropractic colleges with a bunch of different philosophies on chiropractic, located across a bunch of different states in the United States, even out of the United States. So go visit them, guys. Go see what they're all about. See if you like their culture, if you could see yourself, because you're literally in this place for the next 4 years of your life. Like, you literally wake up, you go to school, you study some more, you sleep, you eat, you go right back to school. Chiropractic college starts at about 8 a.m. and classes go till 5 p.m. And then typically you have a short break for a meal, and then you're back with your study group or studying independently from like 6 to 10 p.m. And guys, this is day in and day out, 5 days a week. And then on the weekends, you're meeting with your groups and your professors and, dissection labs, anatomy labs, and test prep labs. And I mean, this is your life. So you have to really figure out which school jives with you best. So go and visit those different schools and see what one kind of like says, yeah, I like that. Now, the prices, they're all pretty close as far as how much it's going to cost, meaning like all of the schools are pretty close as far as what tuition is, but cost of living is a huge factor. Again, I went to school in San Jose, California, which is astronomically high for rent, for food, for things to go do, etc. While Palmer College of Chiropractic, there's also the Fountainhead, which is in Davenport, Iowa, which is extremely cheaper for cost of living. So if that's something that's of consideration, definitely think about that as well. All right, guys, I hope this, if you're, debating chiropractic, do I want to become a chiropractor or not? I want to tell you, I love what I get to do every single day. You get to help tons of people. You get to see them from when they're in really bad shape to when they're really, really good. And the best part about it is that most of your patients will grow with you throughout their lifetime, meaning you're going to bring them in, it could be, even before they're born with their mother. And, you can foster that relationship for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, depending on the length of your career. And there's extreme high job satisfaction for what I get to do. I literally get excited about working every day. By the end of the day, sometimes I feel like more pumped up than I did when I came in, because there's just an energetic thing about adjusting people, helping the body heal, and seeing the whole process take place in front of you. So if you guys have questions about becoming a chiropractor, please ask them down below in the comments. As always, I do my best to jump in there at least once a day, every other day, and respond back to you guys. But yeah, I hope this helps kind of guide you a little bit as well, because I didn't have video like this when I was debating becoming a chiropractor or not, and have been really, really helpful. All right, guys, you have a good one. I'll talk to you soon.